whiteboard shit a lot, so I'm gonna just talk out loud and run through my process of how I go from an idea to the whiteboard to an MVP. But AI Tinder. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. AI Tinder for image training. And basically the whole loop is we train a model, and then we have interface like a website for genning images, and then captioning images. So we want to do like, yeah, we want the full set. We want to gen an image, and then we want AI to caption the image for us. You want to approve or disapprove, approve or deny image. Well, I guess we should caption it first. We should be able to approve first. Approve or deny images used for training. So the whole idea is, I think it'd be sick if an AI model generated random images that would be good for training, and then we were able to like swipe left or swipe right or swipe left or swipe right until we get good images, and they're all just randomly gen. So I think that'd be the core concept. To train a model, we approve or deny, swipe left, swipe right. If we swipe right, we use for training. Oh, it's pretty simple, yeah. It's not that complicated of a process that I thought I was gonna do. So in terms of like the run through, right? Let me. In terms of like the process, where can I just like write this? Okay, right here looks good. So in terms of the process, how we ideate. So one, we have the idea. That's step one in my process, at least. So I'm just running through my process. Step two is like we prototype the website. So from an MVP, since this is like a website GUI, I'm gonna use WebSim to prototype website. And then from WebSim, once I get a website that I like, then I personally use ChatGPT. I use O1, which is like the new model that could think and shit. Use O1. It's like you get it for $20 a month if you get access to it. Use O1 to turn prototype into a NEXT.JS. So I use NEXT.JS for creating most of my websites. That part, it could kind of be whatever you want. But for me, I use Next.js, so I use O1. So once I get a prototype from WebSim, I use O1 to turn the prototype into a Next.js app. And then from there, I actually have like a functional website prototype. And then from turning the WebSim interface to an actual website, then I implement actual functionality, which is, so the actual functionality of the app is like what we did over there. That's pretty much it for the prototyping an idea and visualizing it process. So now, plug my shit back in. It's good to know my face has been reversed this whole time on Discord. Okay, back to okay. Okay. Actually, like ideating and working with this. So you're gonna go on WebSim and kind of just talk with the AI until we get an idea that we like. So if I go to websim.ai, so now we're using Websim. This is my favorite. This is my favorite part of the process. Honestly, is having AI make a nice GUI that's fun to work with, and like, oh, these buttons. See, like, what style? What kind of buttons are these? Like, just off rep. I like how these buttons look. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of it because I don't know. I don't know how to ask for those buttons. What is the style of these buttons? Like, what are they called in front end design? If I wanted to tell an AI to make me these buttons, what's the style in general? Because this is like a more like drawn papery vibe, and like I actually really like the style of buttons. That's just a personal preference. I think it'd be interesting. It's called neumorphic or soft UI style buttons. Okay, so I could just ask for. When you get into the best shot, that's telling me how to make it. Monochromatic color scheme, rounded corner. So I'm gonna just take. So this is a good description of them, I guess. So I'm gonna just take this, and I'm gonna say. Create me a Tinder-like experience where a random image is presented on the screen, and I can swipe left to deny the image, or I can swipe right. Can you guys see my screen on Discord? Before I go like deep in the roughs here. That's pretty much, man. What's this question in chat? And I can swipe left to deny the image, or I could swipe right to accept the image. Yeah, to accept the image. I want the UI to follow this style. I want a soft minimalist finish, light shadows, monochromatic, rounded corners, drop shadows that appear, that make elements where to be pressed up from the background. I think that's it. I think I just have to explain like the general idea of what I want. Let me see. My camera just looked mad tiny. Who's in here, by the way? Nice. What's up, y'all? Websim. And anytime I'm in Websim, so this is Websim. Let me copy this. Put this in chat. So usually when I'm genning things with Websim, I'll gen like a couple at a time. Oops. I just clicked hide on something and it disappeared. I don't. Okay, there you go. So like off rip, this is. Oh my god, it is a swiping for me. Yo. Hey, that's already so good up, bro. That was a single prompt. that was a single prompt, and that's exactly what I fucking wanted. Damn. And there's a little buggy at like swapping images. So this looks really good, but the images get changed out after I click the button. It does the animation and comes back. So there's an awkward delay, and the image goes back to the center before being swapped out again. So I'm telling AI there's like a small bug. This basically created like an identical. Oh, but this one, that's a scary picture. This one kind of like sucks more. Looks like off rev. This is pretty good. This is like honestly kind of what I wanted. What's the Wikipedia AI? You mean the product I'm working on? That's something else. My OBS settings fucked up. Oh, I'm working on that later today. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so now we got something that we wanted out of WebSim. So that was step one out of the whiteboard process. And I'm gonna download this. And why do you give me a zip file? You have an index, you have a script. So we have an actual script. It's pretty much what I wanted, right? So now I'm gonna do this, and should probably reference. So I reference this post a lot. This is what I use for my O1 workflow. So you guys should also do the same thing. I'm gonna post this in chat. I'm gonna also post that in resources because we're coming back to this video again and again. So the next step of the process, right, is that from WebSim. Yeah, this is great. So from WebSim, I have the exact prototype for a website that I want. I don't know why I'm just floating in my cam. Anyways, we have the exact process for... Oh, I see. The title is Building AI Wikipedia. Yeah, we're not doing that right now. We're, view... Yeah, this is AI BOONIVERSITY session. We're building AI Wikipedia later today. Next coding stream. So we have this process. And I use NEXT.JS for building most of my sites out, right? So pay very close attention. This is a 1-1 of the actual process I do every time, and it's how I could drop a website in like less than a couple hours. Is I use Next.js, and Next.js has a documentation on how to create a Next.js app. What's up, Cypher? Again, I'm assuming you guys see my screen on Discord. Okay. So So to create a Next.js app, it tells you like this 1-1 copy of how to do it. I'm just gonna use the command npx create next app latest. So I'm going to terminal, I'm going to my developer folder, and I'm just writing npx create next application, create next app at latest. And then it's gonna ask me to install something. I'm like, yeah, sure. What's my project name? AI Tinder. Hit enter. Do I want to use TypeScript? Yes. I just default to the settings of yes here. It's gonna make me the app. Okay, create AI Tinder. So now I'm going to enter the folder with CD and then open this in cursor. So now we have the base template for a Next.js website that we're gonna work with. And toggle AI pane. And if you run the command npm run dev, and then what it does is it starts up the server for you. So if you go to your localhost 3000, and then you see that you have like the base app. And what's really cool about Next.js app is you could edit like this entire thing live and see live updates. So if I just like get started, like if I just delete this, and you see this right here, and I hit save. No. I guess that's a refresh. Well, typically it's supposed to like instantly add your changes, but you get that live. So what I'm gonna do here is, by the way, I haven't written any code yet, right? So I'm gonna take the download that the folder gave me. I'm gonna take the download that WebSim gave me, which is this. Let me me see, where is it? So we have this folder. And I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna copy these, go to cursor, make a new folder and called template, and paste. So now I have the template of the website that I want inside my folder already. I'm gonna go to repo prompt, and following the McKay Twitter guide that I posted in chat is how we get to this whole process. I'm not gonna walk through that, just follow McKay's one-to-one process on that, and then you can ask me questions later. So for now, I'm just gonna show off the process. So from McKay's video, we have the O1 Pro base instructions, we have the O1 format, and I have custom cursor instructions, so he knows that we're working with Next.js. I'm gonna write, you can also add the folder, so I'm going to add in the AI Tinder folder that we just created. I'm going to select the template folder that we just did, and then I'm going to select the following. I think tailwind config should be important, tsconfig, package.json, next config. I don't think these are important. The src is the most important, so I just select the whole thing, but I unselect favicon.ico because that's an image, so that's gonna like mess with, yeah, that's gonna mess with the tokens and stuff. It's rendering weird shit. So that's everything in terms of the app. And when it comes to O1 Pro, there's actually a very specific way to prompt O1 Pro, and I'm pretty sure I like wrote an AI board. Yeah, O1 Pro has its own language, so kind of like showcasing this and going through this is, let me change on Twitch. How do I change my own name on the stream? I guess it's fine. Properties. Oh, okay. Anyways. Oh, this is how I do it. Okay. I can change the name. Going from 0 to MVP in an hour with AI. So that's the stream thing. So the anatomy of an O1 prompt. So it looks like, so this was going around Twitter, and this is also what I've been discovering when I was talking to O1 and figuring out the best way to talk to the model. And going through, you want inaugurate? Oh, I just opened Discord chat, so I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. So you give it a goal. I want a list of the best medium length hikes within 2 hours of San Francisco. Each hike should provide a cool and unique adventure and be lesser known. You get the return format, which is what you want the AI model to return specifically back to you. For each hike, return the name of the hike as I find it on all trails, then provide the starting address of the hike, the ending address of the hike, the distance, drive time, hike duration, what makes it a cool, unique adventure. Return the top 3 hikes. Warnings. Be careful to make sure the name of the trail is correct, that it actually exists, and the time is correct. And then context dump. I'm not reading. It does not matter. Honestly, I think from this prompt, ocean views would still be nice. Oh yeah, no, actually, so this context is talking about personal experience, personal opinions. Ocean views would be nice. I think the most important thing out of this whole prompt is that this guy said something he loved about the Mount Tom hike, and it ended with arriving in town to breakfast. He really likes ocean views. So these are going to persuade the model. These are going to persuade the model's output into looking for things that favor what the guy wants. In this case, is going to persuade the model into looking more so for ocean views, more so for a hike that ends in food and celebration. Keep in mind with other things. So all the context here does influence the model's response dramatically. In the case here, we'll follow a similar style that I was gonna do, in which I have a goal. I want to turn my basic HTML app into a Next.js app. The app should function exactly as it does. The app should function exactly as it does. I'm gonna say the HTML app I'm referring to is the template folder. The app should function exactly as it does from the template folder, but I want it integrated with Next.js so I can actually work with it and add functionality. And then O1 already knows the return format because we're using the O1 base. So it already has like the initial prompt. It already knows to not be lazy. From the O1 format too, this is the return format that is shown here. This is how AI should return the information back to us. So our job here is just writing the goal and context. And then for context, this web app is an AI Tinder, which I'm going to use for, how can I, let me see, how can I, because I'm thinking O1 Pro is such a smart model, right? So I want to make sure I maximize. Like O1 could very easily just convert my HTML to an AI Tinder site, but I want to alley-oop myself. I want to alley-oop my future self to where it has the generation template like already plugged in. So if I generate an image to the route and it gets put in, there's already like a placeholder for the functionality of actually creating an image. So I'm going to explain that this web app is an AI Tinder, which I'm going to use for generating, this web app is AI Tinder, which works like this. We generate, the site generates a random image. This process is done via API router. We will hit an image service, which takes in text and returns an image link. This image link is what will be processed. This image link is what will be processed. Is what will be shown. This image, the image from the link, I'm gonna say that. The image from the link is what will be shown to the user on the front end. Two, the user can then decide to swipe left, rate image negatively, or swipe right. Approved image for learning. 3, all approved images should be saved. All approved images and links. All approved images should be saved after a session of swiping left/right. The user can end the, it should be a clickable gallery on the bottom right. And then for more context, the HTML app does not have the generate functionality. I'm going to add that after we get the template done. I just need a placeholder for it. All right, so this seems like everything. I give it context. It has a whole app. It has a template. So I'm gonna copy this. And then I personally use O1 Pro, which is $200 a month. And I'm not skipping myself for this process. I'm so sorry. I'm using my $200 a month subscription. But if you guys do this with O1, it's basically the same thing. I just get a little more juice with O1 Pro mode. But that little juice does go like a pretty long way. What's up, one of? He said, this guy is all in, love to see it. Thanks for sharing the journey. Oh, of course, bro. The whole reason is to share the journey. Dude, this is all new frontier shit. I just started this AI class because I'm like, there's a lot for me to learn. I might as well learn with people. And what's really interesting about AI is that it's really just an idea amplifier, right? It's a creative process amplifier, and it integrates with the way different people think. And everyone thinks a little differently, no matter who you are as a human being. There's all like these little traumas you go through. There's all these little lessons you go through. Like the way you're just naturally born affects your thinking process and everything. And AI just plugs in with every single person's thinking process, no matter what. It's a symbiote, bro. It's an adaptable. So I'm waiting for O3. Don't worry about that. But it's an adaptable symbiote to people. So just showing people what's possible and having their brains run with their own possibilities of what's possible kind of runs through. I'm like really need to use the bathroom, but I kind of don't want to get up. In the meantime, while this is generating the image, what can I do? What can I do in the process? Actually, okay, it's actually working pretty quick. Just implementing image fetching. I really need this to carry right now. What's he doing? Integrating HTML templates in NEXT.JS, integrating image swiper logic, choosing integration method, balancing custom CSS, adding Hammer.js, NEXT.js, maintaining style, consistent mapping out the switch mapping, styling approach. Refining page TSX for inline, coding the page, pulling together details, setting up dependencies. Setting up the AI Tinder page, implementing touch logic. O3 does blow O1 Pro out the water. It's pretty insane. Paying for AI is worthwhile. You can really learn a ton. Bro, it's so worth. Like, imagine paying for college. When I have learned more in a single year than I probably would have learned in like a year of college. From just AI for $20 a month. You also have to be hungry and you also need structure. So I feel like people pay college for structure. Bro, just let the AI give you structure. Oh, I don't know what to learn. Ask the AI what to learn. That's it. It's really that simple. It's finalizing. It's way less than college. I had $20K in college debt. And how much did you learn from that $20K? I like this is an actual question. Cause I'm a college dropout, so I have no clue. Not worth it. Would you get Perplexity over ChatGPT? If I had to pick one, I would pick Perplexity. Only because you have the ability to just talk with it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there's a writing option. So if you change the focus to writing, then this just becomes ChatGPT, or it just becomes Claude. So then you have access to all those models. So if I only had to pick one, I would pick Perplexity. You know what? Actually, with all the new features ChatGPT is coming out with, I don't know if I would pick Perplexity. Because ChatGPT already has a web searching feature, but Perplexity's web searching feature is better. I think I would pick for starters, I think I would pick ChatGPT. But then you just get access to all the different models and shit. I would say the ChatGPT just for starting off, like the first month, and then once you like get more familiar with it, then you could use Perplexity. Plus, you could always use Perplexity free, so it doesn't really matter. But eventually, yeah, I would stay with OpenAI. Oh, Twitch chat for reference. I'm also on Discord. I'm on the BOONIVERSITY Discord talking to people. So it's like a double stream. Perplexity is decent for search, but Gemini deep research is best for searching. There's something I wanted to research with Gemini, actually. What was something? But with the scheduled tasking and iPhone action button to open AI voice. Wait, that's a thing? ChatGPT, Twitter. I don't want to mess it up. I'm just waiting for it to run through, bro. Bro, that's the one thing. I get antsy. I'm like, fuck, hurry up and finish, bro. I literally can't do anything until you do. Perplexity will only use 10 sources where Gemini Deep Research will use as many as... No, fuck, there was something I wanted to search up with Gemini Deep Research, bro, but I forgot. It was gonna be important for class, and I forgot. Next, we'd also go through like using Gemini Deep Research. Gemini Deep Research is really, really good. Also Notebook LM. Also understanding how to like run through prompts. Okay, that'll be next class. I'll make that next. Next class lesson is how to use Gemini Deep Research, how to use Notebook LM to do really deep research on topics and such. I might be getting trolled right now. I really don't know. Is that moving, guys? Am I just getting boo-balled right now? Oh, no. It moved. I saw it move. It moved the tiny... Bro, it cannot take this long to think. I'm so sorry. It must have not been that important since you didn't write it down. Bro, I have a million thoughts a day. Please finish faster on stream. I don't know why he's thinking for like 5-10 fucking minutes. It's not that complex. Right? It does not take that much compute to convert a site. Sorry, usually when I do this, guys, it takes like 3 minutes. It takes like 2 minutes to like run up the whole thing. But this guy's really thinking. He's really... Bro, he's right there. So close to done. I'm antsy. I don't want to click off because I'm scared. I'm scared if I click off, it's gonna fuck off. It's like the old Windows installer. All-in Pro can take minimum 10 seconds to 10 minutes. Bro, sometimes it takes 10 minutes and then tells me I can't help you with that. Oh my god, I wanna punch someone. I wanna punch the AI model. Don't tell the AI model I said that. Okay, so we got a response. Updated to implement the AI Tinder UI functionality. Template photo deleted. So yeah, we got this. I really, honestly, maybe could have done that with Claude, but you know, this should work. So again, following, what am I looking for? Yeah, following McKay's process is he then has his GitHub repo, which has this file, this website you can open, and this deals with actually implementing the text that you copy from this code into here. So AI Tinder is the folder. I apply, clicks apply successfully. I go to AI Tinder, and it comes with a package JSON to replace, and it comes with a page to replace. SRC app page. And then npm I, what is hammer.js? Add gestures to your web app. Add touch gestures? npm install save hammer.js. I installed that. npm I save types hammer.js. Are there types? Okay, no errors. I was about to get really fucking embarrassed if there was a bunch of errors after 10 minutes of waiting for an O1 Pro prompt. What is AI Tinder? What I'm working on right now. It's an app for AI agents to find love. npm run dead. Please work first try. Whew. Look at that. Yeah, so we got all the approved images. We do have an error where it failed to fetch an image that didn't load, but that's not really our issue. So, okay. Why is there a muscular man on my screen? So we got like the AI image part of it. When we approve an image, it slides and it adds. Okay, cool base. Now how do we do this function? I'm probably just gonna do the rest of this code with Claude, to be honest. I knew you wanted an AI wife. That's crazy. That's insane compliments. No, babe, don't listen to Twitch chat. They don't know you like I do. Shh. So now we have the base concept for AI Tinder. We have the approved images on the bottom right. Seems to work pretty well. So now we can get a little juicy with the process, I'd say. Okay, we got the app. We have a Next.js. Now let's actually implement functionality. So in terms of the functionality, I'm gonna try doing this writing no code. So I'm gonna say, let me launch my app. So we have AI Tinder. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Oh, I'm gonna like approve one and take a screenshot of this. And then I'm gonna talk to Claude for this process. So we can go back and forth, quicker iteration. To be HP, probably could have just used Claude with like the template thing. I'm just really trying to like juice up my O1 Pro and see what it does there. But anyways, work first try, and that's all that matters. No errors, so it saves a lot of headaches. Now we're gonna switch to Claude, and we're gonna go like back and forth iteration. What is this error? Maybe I lied about saying no. Maybe I should have. I'll worry about that later because it still works. So I'm gonna say I'm using file.ai for image gen. So now the actual concept of image generating is that we want to use like this file LoRa request thing. And file is just what I'm using to generate images, and they have an API, in which in the API they have documentation. So this is very cool, and it's very, very important that you guys pay attention to this process too. And then what's the result? Once the result's complete, you can fetch the result, see output schema for the expected result format. So I'm gonna grab, so first off, I'm gonna install file locally. I'm gonna install file into my thing. And then I'm gonna grab this entire page. There's this entire page. Literally this like one-to-one entirety of this page. I'm gonna hit Command C. I'm gonna like copy all of it. I'm gonna go to AI. And anytime I'm pasting in like large amounts of documentation, or anytime that I'm working with AI in chat and giving it context or information, I always wrap the context in a code block, which is 3 tilde marks like this. And I paste in the docs and I cover it in 3 tilde marks like this. So leave that. I'm gonna start by saying, you know, to make this process easier for us, I'm gonna add a cursor rules saying, let me copy this Next.js thing in cursor rules. I think that'd be useful. This project is an AI Tinder app where the router will generate an image, where the API will generate an image, and the user will swipe left or right to match or reject the image. Perfect. So now Cloud has context of our app. Cloud has context of being a professional Next.js app developer. So now I'm gonna go. So okay, so that was main context, is documentation. The other context that is going to be important here is, oh, so there's like multiple steps to this process. There's like, it could gen randomly, but I want an AI to think of a random gen, and then I want an AI to enhance the gen, and then I want an AI who, I could just use Feather and probably one-shot prompt that, to be honest. One step at a time. Let's get the image gen working first. So Butoshi / let me get my request. So what's cool about FAL is that you could implement. Yeah. What's cool about FAL is that you could implement. Also, it's not Tinder for AI. Like with the app, actually, like what we're doing is I'm creating like an AI Tinder for generating. You would fucking love this, Small. Actually, you joined at the perfect time. I'm creating an AI Tinder where you could generate a random image for training, and then if you don't like the image, you could hit X. If you like the image and you want to use it to train the model further, you could hit plus, and it saves it to the database. And then from here, we could just generate, like, the AI could generate images in mass quickly and go back and forth, gen, go through the process. And that's like the MVP here. And then we use that. And then we have like the whole training experience. I created like a whole app last night for captioning images automatically in the way that you taught me. And so now I automated that process. And then from that process, you saw my GitHub. Oh, you got my GitHub subs on. So yeah, so I had that, and I used that to train a QuestBoo model. And now I'm making a front end so we could actually use the model and generate images, and then automate the process of reiterating and fine tuning the process. And that's the MVP. And I was like, hey, that's a really strong app I could use, and it'll take me a day to make max. So this is the process, class live. Anyway, so what I'm saying is from FAL specifically is when you implement text here, you could kind of set up the front end that you want, set up the settings that you want. Just want one image gen, etc. I want a Square HD photo for this. And you could just click on a form, turn it to JavaScript, and then you get the code for it. So I'm gonna just copy this, right? And with the docs, and then, so I'm gonna explain, like, these are file docs, and then in the bottom, actual file code to use. And again, code block, paste this in. So now we have this process, and I'm gonna say, rather than having, like, where does it even get these random images from? Oh, just fetch a random image. Okay. Rather than having images randomly fetch, I want this process to be done instead. One, generate an image with file API. Two, get the link and render it for Tinder. Three, for the Tinder process, get the link and render it for the Tinder process. And then if the user rejects an image, I mean, it already has the base code. I'm going to explain how the fucking code works. I just got to explain, generate an image with the file API, get the link from that, and render it for the Tinder process. I think I'm going to generate one single image real quick. So I'm going to generate like one image. Get the link and render it for the process. Three. So I'm thinking, right, if we just go through a process where I hit X and then I hit plus, then we have to wait for it to gen an image before we could swipe X or right again. What if I make it so we could pre-gen images ahead of time? So when I hit X, boom, there's already a new image. I hit X, there's already a new image. And it's always generated, like the moment you hit X is generating the image. So I'm thinking that it should generate 3 images individually, and then like always have 3 images in like its ammo bank. So even if a user like spam X's like really fast, it'll go through. And then we need a fallback. So if the user, trying to think, if the user, I stalk your GitHub. That's funny. If the user, I'll just tell AI to like do it. Maybe AI could like figure it out. Images usually take 3 to 10 seconds to generate an image. I was thinking it would be cool if there was an ammo bank, if there was a reserve of images gen, so that the user has a smooth experience of swiping left or right and getting an instant image back to swipe left or right on. of course, if the user runs through the reserve fast, we get a pop-up asking the user to wait as the next batch of images are gen. Oh, you know what? You know what? What if I just tell this bitch to gen 4 at a time? Actually, no, it's probably better to gen 1 at a time. So I just gen a single image here, right? And honestly, this is a pretty good boo image off rip. But you get the JSON. And the reason why I'm copying the JSON is, again, context, 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 context. Context is everything. So it knows how to call the result. But if I just give it the further context of what the result looks like, then it'll automatically read this and understand, okay, we have to parse images URL and get the image URL, and this is what we load in, rather than me having to do that shit. So the results of an image file call, the image gen from file, and paste this in. I'm gonna go to agent mode. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I gotta do for now. I'm gonna give it further context of, for now, just generate the same image prompt it's already generating. I'll work on replacing that right after. I'll work on replacing that with random prompts right after. So that was the whole prompt. That was to Claude agent mode. And from there, honestly, Claude should be able to just like get the whole thing. So he creates a step-by-step plan for himself. Let me like move this on stream. So he creates a step-by-step plan for himself. He's modifying the main page component. He's adding loading states and error handling. So maybe he's not making an API call. Well, actually, it has to be an API call, bro, because I gotta put my fucking key in. Hello. All right, I'm gonna cancel this generation, and then I'm gonna give a little more context of my file API key is in my .env.local as file API key. So I think if I give it context that I'm using like a private key, then it should know based on being a Next.js app. Sorry, my cat was eating something. I don't want a util function, bro. I want it to be an API. I would just tell it. Obviously, the part is difficult because you wouldn't know, like, you would just think the AI is doing the right thing. And it might be doing the right thing, but it's doing the wrong thing for me, and I know it's doing the wrong thing for me. Do you see him in the background? Ah, that's funny. I want the generation. I want the file API process to be an API. So for context. Okay, so for context, and this should help a lot for like general image or general kind of like website creation, is that usually when you call an API, you need an API key, which connects directly to your account and connects directly to your funding. You don't want people to see your API key. That's bad. People can take your API key and then use your shit. You don't want that. When it comes to creating a website, the way that the AI was setting it up here is that because it wasn't coming in through an API route, then it was just kind of like having to load the API key on everyone's end. So if anyone goes to my website, they would get the API key. If I keep it a server component like this, then no one could really get my API key. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Anyways, so accept all. We don't need a. I already installed it, bro. I was gonna. She's being nice. It's installing the thing for me. It generates up to 5 images in reserve and it loads. So it seems like we got full functionality. The one thing I gotta do is actually add my API key. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick. Give me 1 sec. Stop sharing my screen. Get a file API key for myself. Add key, AI Tinder. create, copy, go to cursor, new file dot env dot local, file API key equals this. So that should be that. I'm gonna share my screen again. So accordion to the AI, if I run and I refresh, it's generating the next image. Holy shit. We got it first fucking try, boys. And it generated the reserve. Okay. This was not a bad process. I wonder if we could smooth out this process. Like, what if I just click through? Yeah, and it's hitting the post. It's generating the images. Okay. This is... It's pretty much that. So that's that process. Okay. There is a delay on switching images. We could fix that later. Yeah, we could fix that in one prompt. There's like a... Let me get my shit working real quick. So now that we got the core concept, now we can be picky with shit. Okay, we can't be picky with shit. Beggars can't be choosers. I don't know why are these all generating me like atrocities? Like this one looks so fucking good. Where'd it go? This one looked good first try. Why is it making me atrocities? Oh, maybe you didn't copy like 1-to-1. I think that's the reason. I have a feeling you didn't copy it 1-to-1. I have a feeling. No, this is a 1-to-1 fucking... Why am I getting images that look nothing like what I want from the API call? Max inference steps 40. Oh, maybe it's because... No, this is 40. This is at the 40. What the fuck? I don't want a safety checker. Why? Oh, okay. For some reason, it didn't add my LoRa path. I was tripping. I was like, bro, this looks nothing like my thing. Input LoRa's. Okay. This should generate more images in like the style I want. I was tripping a little bit. So it didn't like get it 1-on-1. So make sure you guys check shit before you wreck shit. So now if I run dev and then I go to localhost and it gens images, now the images should be actually using my LoRa. And then we should start getting data. Let me refresh the page. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, this is exactly what he wanted. 20 inference steps. Bullshit. Okay. So now we got the random gens working. It's a little buggy, but that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try this, right? It's generating 3 at a time, but it's a little too slow for my taste as a user. But File has the ability to generate 4 images at the same time and then get that response back, right? So I'm gonna gen 4 images and then set num images to 4. And this might be a better job for O1 to do, but just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna run through like Claude. Yeah, see, 100 is way too fucking much. I was just gonna make it generate like 2 batches of 8, and when it goes through the first 4, just generate another batch of 4 for the plot. So I switched num images gen to 4 at a time. I think this is better for batch images, and this is what it looks like. Just gotta be careful. I could really burn through credits here. Yeah, who gives a fuck about credits? Just make more money saying, So I switched num images gen to 4 at a time. I think this is better for batch images, and this is what it looks like. Can you switch the process so it gens a batch of 12 initially upon page load, then every 4 images, begin the process of generating another 4. This is to smoothen the process. Also, I think I'm okay. I'm not gonna worry about like the image gen speeds. I don't want to like fuck my credits up. Or I don't want to like unnecessarily fuck my credits. There are multiple solutions there, I think, for now. So we got that part done. So now here's the other fun part that I'm gonna try doing that I hope my app could accept. I have this framework. I have my own custom framework called Feather. And this is a lightweight agent framework for doing stuff like API calls and stuff. I need to go off screen for this again. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so I could add in like my fucking API keys and shit. So I need a open router API. I need an open pipe API key. I need a haircut. Open router. Oops, wait, let me call this AI Tinder. Copy, open router API key equals this. And then open pipe, add project, AI Tinder, create new API key, create key, open pipe, API key equals this. So I got this and I got this. I'm gonna go back to root and we should be Gucci there. Now I'll share my screen again. So what's really interesting, so I made this framework for myself, right? For getting agentic workflows out the way. It seems to work pretty good. So if I do npm I feather AI, I could pretty much grab, give me one sec. So in this framework I created for myself, I noticed something pretty fucking cracked, right? Is I have a very detailed cursor.rules file explaining like the docs and like how this works. I'm gonna paste that in here and I'm just gonna name this featherdocs.md. And for creating like a whole agentic pipeline for myself, I'm just gonna tell ChatGPT this. So I'm using Claude, not ChatGPT. I'm using the Feather agent framework so I can get agentic actions out the way. I need the following process done. One, create, so right now, the prompt in the generate image, so I'm giving it context. So the goal, right, for reference, so like everyone's on page what we're working with right now, or what my goal is right now, is that we got the Tinder out the way. We got like the full functionality of the app. Now it's up for part 2, which is generating a random image based on this text, right? And rather than generating the same image every time, it should be generating a different image every time. And we should be able to swipe right, swipe left, whatever, and get the images, different prompts, different data. So I need to explain that the prompt in generate image is, that's the word I'm looking for. is locked to a specific string. I need to create an agentic system with Feather that generates a random prompt for us to work with. That random prompt is then taken from the agents.run, taken from the agents. I would just say the random prompt is then taken from the agent and implemented into the prompt, is implemented into the generate image root.ts prompt, which then completes the process. I need the following process done. So I'm just gonna say I have my Feather API keys in my .env.local here. And then finally, I'm gonna say, please create me a new API route for generating a random prompt and implement that into the image generation process. Now, there's one final big piece of important context missing, is I need this specific part here. So I'm gonna say this, for the agents creating a random prompt, instruct it that it has to start every prompt with this keyword, but it has free reign to add whatever after. Action, clothes the boo is wearing. Action slash emote the boo is doing. Clothes the boo is wearing. The setting the boo is in, etc. So I'm gonna give just full context for everything. Now I'm gonna ping the route.ts and I'm gonna ping the page. And I forgot the most important part is to ping Feather docs. So just from the documentation I have for my framework, Claude should already understand how to make an agent, a Feather agent with the process and go through the whole thing. Yeah, that was correct. that was a one-shot banger. Yeah, that was a one-shot banger. That looks completely correct. Okay. Cool, so just from giving him the Feather docs on how to create an agentic framework and an agent pipeline, it did that for me one shot. Did the model, everything. See, that shout out to my great model writing. And now, it looks like it even changed the, oh, he kind of fucked it up. Hold on. Wait, no, he didn't fuck it up, but he kind of did fuck it up, but he didn't fuck it up? Wait, I'm lost. New Feather agent. No, I don't think he fucked it up. Don't create a Feather. So this library is useless. It made this library for no reason. I got confused. But like the actual implementation here looks correct. And then, did he implement it? So I'm gonna say that library was useless. You just imported it wrong. I deleted that. Can you add the functionality to add page.ts now? Can you add the functionality of reading the agents.run? Yeah, I would say, can you add the functionality to page.tx? Unless it already did and I missed that. I don't think so. Okay, he's being kind of retarded. Let me no cancel. What if I give more context? Like, we got it correct. Okay, we got the full process working in route.ts, route.ts. Now update my page. Now update my main page logic so that we generate a random image so that the current code gets a random prompt before generating an image. And the prompt obtained from the feather agent is used as the prompt in the generate image route.ts instead. So I need to generate, so I need to add generate image route. And then I need to add the page to update, at page. So I think from this context, like, it got the feather agent part right, but then he kind of got confused and started doing a bunch of random shit. But this is correct. This is like how you set up a feather agent. I made it really simple to just like add the feather agent, add a model, do the thing, and then get the result based on the dot run. So now, anytime it's gonna generate a new image, it's gonna first hit the generate prompt and get the prompt. Set current prompt. The fuck is set current prompt? Did you? So he's kind of bugging. Like, he didn't do the full job. All I'm saying is O1 Pro would have one-shot this entire thing for me in one prompt, which probably should have showcased. But it's good to go step by step in building shit. Now update the API so that generate image uses the. Oh, it's already updated. Silly me, underestimating the AGI, super smart intelligence AI with all of humanity built in its database without checking its own code. Silly, silly, silly me. It was already right in the first place. When the fuck did it do that? Huh. Yeah, so it actually one-shot it a long time ago. I didn't need to edit. I didn't need to edit this because it one-shot it by generating this. I don't know if that's correct though. Let's see if it one-shot it. But yeah, first try actually did the whole thing. I just didn't look at my code. New mistake. Is that how it could fucking get the fucking, it just hit, like, can an API and a server hit another API in a server? Is that how this works? We're about to find out. Yeah, that is not how it works. Whoa, chill. What the fuck are these errors? Could it be because my framework is incompatible with? Could it be because my framework doesn't work with the fucking thing? That would kind of suck. Let me see. Cannot find module. Cons prompt agent equals new feather agent. No open router API key provided in config or environment. How can we load in? I think it's just because I'm getting no open router API key. How can we load in the environmental variables from .env.local? Because in Feather, let me see. How do I set this up? This is the way I set it up. Feather library expects this, but we're loading in our env. Oh, actually, it's not even loading in from .env.local. No. Oh, okay. This is my personal. I see. Let me just 1 second. Change windows. Well, don't tell me that was that it? Was that the fuck up? It was just I typed in the name. Okay, that was half the fuck up. Where's the other half of the fuck up? Let's see. See, I'm just getting these weird fucking errors. Like, I don't even know. These can't be related to. What the fuck are these errors? What are these errors at SRC? No, that fix has nothing to do with that. I have a feeling it's because it's trying to hit the generate prompt thing. So okay, now let's debug this bitch. Let's what are these errors? Can you add full logging for the image generation process? Log. So when you're coding and you're trying to and you're stuck on something that's just fucked up, would you just link me? Oh. Okay, interesting. Can you add full logging for the image generation process? Log the Feather agent API call, process and flow. Log the generate prompt API call, process and flow, and log what goes on in page at API at roots at page. Because why is it trying to find this error? And is it because it's trying to call an API in an API? What do I feel like it's because it's trying to call an API in an API? That doesn't really make sense. Let's see, we got logging now, so we could actually track most of the process. Chill, horsey. Oh, you know what? It could be my framework specifically. It's just really incompatible with the way that Next.js works as a site. So that's a little unfortunate. Okay. This is a one prompt fix. This is no big deal. Just go to Open Router. Docs quick start using the OpenAI SDK. Again, I'm gonna just copy this fucking quick start. I'm just gonna say instead of using feather agents or feather AI, please completely replace my open router logic. Please completely replace my AI logic with open router. My API key is in my .env.local as open router API key. Keep the same prompt and output, but set this up instead. And then paste this in. I wonder if that's probably. I feel like it's my feather framework, so I gotta look at that myself. But maintain the same system prompt and logging. Update the post handler to use open router. Keep the system prompt. Accept this. Keep that. Import OpenAI. It installed OpenAI for me? And then run. That looks like that worked. Did it work? Oh shit! No, Feather doesn't have Twitter hooked up. That's like completely unrelated. So did it generate a bunch of random gens for us to use? Wow, it did. Why is it generating the next image again? Oh, I fucked something up. It was generating 4 images at a time instead of 1 image at a time. Oops. Oh, this is pretty cool. Wait. I have a nitpick. Why is it generating fucking 4 images? Generate 1 image. Okay. 1 image gen. Generates a random prompt. In the page, can you make the images render 1024 times 24? It's not rendering the full image, and that's the size of them. Also, there's a slight delay when hitting X and moving on to the next image. After hitting X/check, the image will come back to the center before switching out again. So 2 nitpicks I want to fix, and then we're basically done. That's the full app. That's the full app. There's things I could do to like enhance the image gen, and there's things I could do to like enhance the process and like save shit to a database. But for like going from complete idea to, let's see this. I make it big as fuck, bro. Let's see. Yes, we got a little AI. We got a little AI Tinder. Don't want that image. Oh, look! That was smooth! Yo! That was mad fucking smooth, bro! Yo, that was... Oh my god! That's nasty. That's nasty. That was clean. That was so clean. What if I like... Oh, it ended the clean streak. Damn. Yeah, so I could up this. I could like make this process smooth, make it generate more images, so you don't gotta like wait at a time. Damn. Okay, it's like most. I think it just needs more images in reserve, so it doesn't like gen a bunch of images at the same fucking time. I kind of wanted these in the background. Definitely not. Okay. It's kind of scary. Oh, this one, a little Aladdin boo.
See, I fuck with that. This whole process is kind of sick. I'd make it smaller. So now I'm gonna be nitpicky. Why is it generating 4 images at the same time? How to make it smaller? It's too big. Make it half the size. I saw 4 images in the logger too, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Cause this, like the, oh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, now it's all one image. Now it's generating multiple images of one. Runs through the process, gets a random prompt from the AI model, gets the prompt, runs it back. Like little wizard, banger. Comes back with a new image. Should I be generating a new image every time I fucking hit X though? Like I need this whole process to be smoother. So how do we prompt that? I don't know, a little sick alien boo, alien guitar boo. This is mad fucking, this is mad smooth. So, okay. Now we have the leeway of, if I go to file, I'm about to just fuck my credits in the ass. Excuse my language. Sorry, I'm in class. You guys wanna? I had a funny. I was talking to my homegirl last night and had a funny thing. I was like, "Fuck, bro, I don't want to wake because I stayed up pretty late." I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to go to class tomorrow. What if I just ditch class?" She's like, "Aren't you the fucking professor?" I'm like, I forgot about that. But so if I wanted to generate like 4 images of this and then run it, we're hitting our 2-hour limit in, so yeah, in 10 minutes we're basically fully done with class. Like 2 hours max is what I'll go. But I said it's pretty sick. We went from like full concept, we went from like whiteboard idea, concept iteration, to creating an actual app. Now iterating it. That bottom left one is a fucking banger. Damn, it does really good at just making a detailed prompt already, to be honest. So I'm gonna say I need the process of generating an image to be smoother. Generating an image should happen in the background as a user. It's X. I'm thinking, what if we have 12 images gen at the start, and as the user goes through 4 images, it gens another 4 images in the background. If it goes down to 8 images, so by the time the user finishes the first reserve, there's already another full reserve. If we set num images in the generate image route to 4, we'll get a response that looks like this. Do you have any other ideas on making really smooth image gen process? Genning one image takes 3 to 5 seconds, where 4 takes 15, 20. How much does it take to generate one image? So if I just like, we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn, it took fucking forever. It didn't even load in the LoRa yet, bruh. So, like, for instance, how long did this take? Technically, the request took 5 seconds. So, it's generating one image takes 5 seconds, where 4 takes 15, 20. Let me know, and then edit generate image route. But I want to generate 4 random images. Well, actually, no, because if you get like one batch of an image, right, 3 might be dog shit from a single prompt, and 1 might be really good. So I think there's no harm in generating 4 images just for like doing it. Okay. End page. So I think from this, I play with the seed. If you find a style you gen in, like, oh, you know, I never really thought about that. Like, I really, really fucking love, like, there was a perfect gen that I hit. It was this one. No, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? No, these are terrifying. No, so to me, this top left one was like almost a perfect gen. So where could we see the seed? Maybe not through file. Oh no, you can see the seed. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. What do you mean play with the seed though? Can I just like put the seed in and then batch generation? The API now generates 4 images at once, which is more efficient than generating them one by one. Initial load, generate 4 images. 2 for immediate use, 2 for reserve. Maintain reserve up to 12 images. Triggers new batch generation. Reserve drops below 8 images. Okay. See what's up. Well, do I just copy the seed and paste it and I get like the same result? No. And then you just get images of similarity? Is that how that works? It's just taking forever to generate a fucking image. Okay. Now we got our batches. So this is AI Tinder. Let's see. You know what? I feel like my camera's been fucked up this whole time. I don't know why. Transform. Fit to screen. No, I guess not. Yeah, this swipe X. Why isn't it smooth? It was so much smoother last time. No, I actually like that. It was so much smoother last time, bro. I'm gonna press them. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to this. I probably just wasted like fucking 12 images. Ow. Like, is this process still smooth? X. See, that is so fucking clean, bruh. But it takes too long to generate an image. So what if we do this instead? What if instead, I'm gonna stop this. What if instead, we say something like, What about the same process, but it generates one at a time? What if I say this, but like not to make it generate 4 images at a time? What if it just generates 1 image at a time? What would really be helpful is an option for negative prompts, but I don't see it on file. I didn't see it either, to be honest. It read my entire code base. It said, create a new state for the image queue, modify the initialization to generate 12 images up front. Add a background generation process that triggers when the queue meta gets low. Update the logic. We generate all 12 at once, right? Just hit the API 12 times. Look, it already has a generate multiple images thing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So smart. So smart, Claude. So it's gonna generate the first batch of images. And then X, 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 X. Damn, these all fucking suck. X. Disco Boo. It's using my LoRa, right? Yeah, okay. X. X. Ooh, a little blobby. That one's cute. Save. X. X. Not have a tail. X. X. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty much that. It's definitely, I feel like maybe you could do tweaking to make it smoother. Like, a sick image. Save. X. 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 Ooh. Decent. Not decent enough. It's basically, right? Kirby apps. That's basically the app. This is exactly what I intended to make. It's pretty fucking sick. That was a 2-hour speed run of an app that I wanted to make for myself. That I think would be sick to have. And yeah, we could use this and go through like an entire image generation process. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Why do all the wizards look the same? Anyways, yeah, that's the app. That was a 2-hour kind of like full breakdown, walkthrough, whiteboard idea, iteration. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, web sim prototype to Next.JS app to actually adding functionality with AI. Even though my Feather framework was a problem, it still one-shot it. It would work if it's not a web app. But we were still able to take the exact concept and just replace it with like the raw API call by giving it the docs. So that kind of like showed that process. Some error flexing. But yeah, that was class. Keep in mind, I didn't write a single fucking line of code this entire time. If you guys noticed, I didn't touch like the actual code. I touched it once when I wanted to change the images from like 104. Or if I'm installing like a package in the terminal. Install Agent X to hook it up. Yeah, if you want to use Feather. Because Feather's not an agentic framework as the agent frameworks are advertised on the timeline. It's purely a tool framework. It's for easily making tools and like agentic pipelines that connect together utility-wise. It's not for... Like, it's going to be used in the base for like the new Cypher Twitter framework I'm going to make. but like it just makes things like that easier to work with. It's not an actual like it tweets for you framework. It's just pure tools, if that makes sense. Like in this instance, I need a random prompt. I need that prompt enhanced. I could connect two agents and it does that workflow, and then it gets that final prompt back to the generation, and then I get like an enhanced quality generation in one prompt through Feather. Like that's the process there. It just makes it easy to chain and direct things. But yeah, that was class. That was a great speed run. Are there any questions before I dip? Okay, that's class. Peace out, y'all. See you next week.